Hey guys, Ajax22 here, and we've made some significant progress on the Colt restoration. As you can see, put a lot of mechanical elbow grease into scraping out the flake rust that had been made a little bit loose with the electrolysis, and was able to break off the remaining piece of the side plate that was in place. Turns out that because it was bowed outward slightly, I was able to just chuck it up in the vise and put a little tiny bit of tension on it. It became readily apparent that that screw was not coming out. But part of the thing that was holding that screw in, or holding this on, was just the corrosion from where the screw had sort of let go. So it needed to come out either way. I'm going to scrape this clean and probably use a screw extractor on this thing eventually. Not going to force that one, it's just going to let it happen naturally. One thing to note, this spring lever thing is coming loose, so eventually the pin will get knocked through. Trigger came out. I'm not 100% sure if it's salvageable or not. It's probably is, but we'll see. Gonna have to knock the pin through. The pin is visible, but it's broken off in there. What else? The crane is a little bit wiggly now, just barely. You can almost not see it, but it needs more electrolysis before it's gonna crack free, and there's no guarantees that it'll be salvageable afterwards. But getting the side plate area completely removed was a big deal. That lets us clean up the surfaces, and then I've ordered about 180 bucks worth of random parts for this thing. Probably not everything I need. In fact, I'm sure it's not everything I need, but yeah, it should get us a little bit farther down the road, just in terms of seeing what's salvageable, what needs to be bent back into shape, etc. I haven't punched the bore out yet. I do have a pistol cleaning kit, so I can do that now. What else? It's kind of interesting. You can start to see the pins and hard to make it out, but you can start seeing the pins and stuff that can be knocked through. Haven't found any markings yet. No guarantees that I am going to, but yeah, I'll keep picking at it. I've been using most of the mechanical stuff that I've been doing. I've actually been using my my Mikov automatic. These blades are awesome. I don't have too sharp an edge on it, so I just use it for basically just scraping away at the black oxide scale that's built up. Done that with a few different projects now. Same knife, haven't noticed any damage, and it's been very very effective. Just about the right amount of chisel edge, combined with a blade to make it work. But yeah, just a little bit at a time. I've been using a flathead screwdriver and just gently prying on the crack back and forth, and you'll notice when it needs to soak in penetrating oil, but when you do, you wipe this clean and then you wiggle it, and you'll notice like a little line of penetrating oil seeping out. So that's a good sign. Yeah, just a little bit at a time. Kind of fun how that works. But I feel better about it, having gotten that little piece off. I was concerned that depending on how that was bonded, I might have to mill it, and that's not the easiest surface to hit perfectly with a frame that may or may not be in tolerance. So I'd either probably have to borrow or buy another one of these for myself to get the measurements off of. And anytime you can avoid buying a example gun to restore the gun that you're trying to save, it's positive. But yeah, if you're going to do this, make sure it's a labor of love. This is not a way to save any sort of money. I mean, even if you don't value your time, you'll probably spend more in parts than just buying a new one. But there's no way you're going to get the experience of you know, bringing it back to life. It's a unique kind of feeling, and it has an amazing texture on some of these when you get done. I mean, it really winds up looking like you chiseled a gun out of stone. But yeah, coming along a little bit at a time. Just gonna have to do another electrolysis bath here pretty soon. I think I'm gonna do a penetrating oil soak to begin with, just because I don't have a particularly good electrode to use right now. And then once the penetrating oil's done its thing a little bit more, I'll probably do one more round of mechanical scraping and then onto the electrolysis, and hopefully all the parts will show up. Side plate, cylinder, ejector. I think I have a complete set of internals, but I've thought that before, and the parts that showed up were not the same as the ones that were already in there. The trigger in particular was completely different, so I don't know what I wound up buying. Extra parts for the next project, I'm sure. But yeah, coming right along, and significant progress. That was a good, happy day for me. Anyway, have a good one. I'll try to keep this updated a little bit more regularly. Sorry about the wait. All right.